Out here enjoying this nice cold weather. Definitely beats 90 degrees. Loving it. Ain't nothing better on a cold night, a warm fire, and a cold drink. Ready to go do some hunting here in a couple of days. Gonna try and hit muzzleloader season up in the Delta. Weather ought to be good. So hopefully here soon I'll have some more videos of some deer tracking going on. That last one I got with the doe, I don't know. I don't do all the fancy stuff with the fancy cameras and trying to get on video of me shooting the deer. I'd rather shoot the deer and go track it and put that on video. I ain't got time to mess with all that camera work when I'm trying to shoot a deer. So anyway, that's why I never really get to film the shots. If I had a GoPro and had it strapped on my chest, I don't know, I might pull it off, but like I say, that just ain't my thing. So I'd rather put the deer on the ground first. So anyway, like I say, next couple of days it ought to be on. Weather's getting right, moon's getting right time of year, so we're gonna go give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. Hell, I usually hunt by myself, so rough on an old man. But like I say, keep in touch and stay tuned, and hopefully we're gonna have some good video coming up soon. But until then, y'all enjoy the nice cold weather, and hopefully your hunting season's going good, and hopefully mine's gonna get a lot better. It's been slow, like I say, just got the one doe, but I hadn't been anywhere near as much as I usually go, so we're gonna give it a shot. It ought to be good. Anyway, here I am. But hope y'all are having a good night and a good weekend. Had a good Thanksgiving. I'm sure everybody got fat and lazy. But how y'all doing tonight? I see a couple of people commenting. That's good. I like that. Crazy Life 99, Curry 4900. Everything's going good, man. Good cool afternoon. Hot fire and a cold drink. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Y'all comment. Let me hear from you. I don't ever get to talk to anybody. Hello, Shadow. Awesome. Curry 4900. I appreciate that. I need all the subscribers I can get. I'm kind of lazy. I don't do a whole lot of videos, and I know I ought to step my game up, but I ain't worried about making no money, I don't guess. Yeah, nothing like chilling at a fire, drinking a cold one. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Matter of fact, I got to get mine now. I had some tunes going, but when I do a live, since I'm doing it off of Spotify, it cuts all the music out. So this channel is just about, it's basic. I mean, it's an outdoor channel, but I mean, it's basically just about me. I do a lot of hunting and fishing and just outdoor stuff. Every now and then I'll post some funny stuff, just goofy stuff I do, but little adventures I get into. But it's not all just all outdoor stuff. But what kind of music do I listen to? Man, my playlist is all over the place. Mainly rock, heavy metal, but I also love like old sad country songs. I mean, like old sad stuff, like leave you crying. A little bit of rap. It all depends on what it is. Super Mega Melon Bros. Hey, how you doing, man? Shadow, you like fishing? Me too. Yeah, 70s rock's good. 80s rock. After that, I kind of it starts getting a little old to me. The 90s and 2000s up till now, it just ain't as good. But yeah, 70s and 80s was my era. I hear you. I hear you. Awesome. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to start going live more often. I hardly ever do it. But anyway, here's to y'all. Definitely gonna have to start doing some more lives. I'm fixing to be in the Delta in a couple of days camping. Right now, I'm just out here in the yard. I made me a little hideaway out here. I don't know how much light I got, but anyway, no, you can't see nothing. But anyway, I just made me cut me out a bunch of stuff out here in the yard. It's a big circle of azalea bushes, and I just kind of cleared it out. There's a huge magnolia tree, and I have a karaoke machine, a big speaker that when I turn it on, it throws lights all out of the top, and they just reflect off the magnolia leaves, and looks pretty dang cool. But like I said, I can't do that because I can't do this and Spotify at the same time. So, but let's see, fishing in the Mississippi River on my birthday next year in April. Heck yeah, there's some big catfish on the Mississippi. I've never done it on the Mississippi, but we do a lot of fishing in the rivers down here in South Mississippi. Catch some big cats down here. Nothing huge like Mississippi River, but we have caught some 30 and 40 pounders. That's awesome. You ought to have fun. My birthday's in April too. Yeah, the 50s. There's some good music in the 50s. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. I'll throw on some older rock every now and then. Personal best catfish. Probably on a limb line. Or no, it was on a trot line. And it was probably 30, 35 pounds. Something like that. Maybe 40, but probably, I always overestimate them. They look so big, but probably in the low to mid 30s. But that ain't too bad for just a river catfish down here. There's so many people fishes for them, but that one was a blue cat. We catch a few flatheads, but you know, you gotta pretty much just use a live brim for bait. But it all depends on whether or not we can catch brim or not. If we can't catch them, we'll bait them up with hot dogs. We've tried what is it, that Zote soap. I mixed up some stuff the last time we went. I mixed up some stuff with I cut some chicken breasts and strawberry Kool-Aid, coffee, and garlic salt, and it worked good. I was at Biloxi like a month ago. We got some nice crabs. Yeah, you can catch crabs in Biloxi, ain't no doubt about that. They some they some skeezers in Biloxi. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's usually pretty easy to catch some crabs off the piers and stuff down there. But yeah, watch the women in Biloxi. They're kind of iffy. Oh man. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving? Man, I wish I could turn the music on. I was just listening to Ice Cream Man by Van Halen, and yeah, my Thanksgiving wasn't bad. I spent it with my mom's side of the family. Most of my dad's side of the family is all about an hour and a half away, and I never get invited to anything, so I go over there with my mom's side of the family and had a nice big Thanksgiving dinner and played cornhole and had a good time. Pink Floyd. Um, I like some Pink Floyd. Not all of it. Um, they're definitely good. They're just not one of my favorites. Like what is it? Wish You Were Here. Um, oh, what's that other one I like? What is that? Mother, are they gonna try to break my balls? Something like that. Whatever the name of that song is, I like that one and a couple more. Comfortably Numb. That's a good one. Yeah, absolutely. I guess that song's yeah. Ooh, Run Like Hell. Yeah. Have you ever heard the version Run Like Hell by Kittie, Kittie, the girl band from back in the, I don't know, I guess that was in the 90s. Oh my God, it's freaking bad. Brain Damaged. I don't guess I've heard that one. Okay. Yeah, like I say, I can honestly say I've never sat down and listened to an entire Pink Floyd album, so I'm sure there's a lot of songs I've never heard. Mostly all the stuff I heard has just been on the radio. Was Maiden. I missed this tour going on right now. I could have went and seen them in Texas. I keep hoping and hoping and hoping they were going to come to New Orleans, and they never did. I don't guess they will. Um, almost went to Texas, but I didn't. I saw them. Last time I saw them was in Dallas. I drove that far from like South Mississippi to Dallas, and I don't know. I loved it, but the set list they just played way too many songs from the newer stuff that I didn't really know. I heard the set list is going to be better this time, but um, I've seen them two or three times, and yeah, Iron Maiden's freaking awesome. I love Iron Maiden. But yeah, if you hadn't heard it, go check out that Run Like Hell by Kittie. Badass. I'll tell you a little story. The last time I went camping a couple of weeks ago, I was up there in the Delta in a tent, and it's when we had that big line of thunderstorms come through and had a cold front. And, I had a tarp, but I had it over my wood because it was supposed to get cold, and I wanted to keep my wood dry. So about 11 o'clock, the thunderstorm hit, and I found out about 12 that the rainfly on that tent wasn't worth a damn, and I was getting all wet, so I had to get up in the middle of the night in my underwear, run out there, grab the tarp off of the wood, throw it over the top of the tent, and at least that stopped the rain. But you know, my sleeping bag had got damp, some of my clothes got damp. Thank God I picked up my phone off of the floor of the tent, as it would have had like 3 inches of water over it. And anyway, so finally got the rain stopped, so I finally got to sleep. And it's like I got woke up, not even kidding, true story, got woke up by something squeezing my right foot. And so I kind of like woke up and I kicked the tent. I'm like, what in the world? And I'm like, okay, I was dreaming. So I go back to sleep. I go back to sleep quick. All right, I get woke up again. Something just like lightly squeezing my foot. I kick the tent again. I'm like, what the hell? All right, and I'm thinking, all right, I got to be dreaming this. So I go back to sleep. I get up the next morning, getting ready to go hunting, and I look down, I'm like, was I dreaming that last night, or did that really happen? I look down at the end of the tent. It's like material up to, and I'm like, I'm not sleeping on the ground. I'm on a cot, so I'm like, you know, 1.5 feet at least off the ground. I look down at the end of the cot, right where my right foot would have been, and it's like it comes up, it's material, tent material, and then it's like a mesh. Something had chewed or ripped a hole in the mesh right where my right foot would have been. So something was grabbing my foot in the middle of the night, and I have no idea what it could have been. I mean, it's like, first thing in my mind was a coon maybe, but you know, a coon ain't got a big hand, and how it could squeeze my foot through a sleeping bag, you know, and not run away after I kicked at it the first time, I don't know. It's I hadn't figured that one out yet. Y'all hold on, let me put a little wood on the fire. All right. Oh, man. Where y'all from? I'm South Mississippi, about 30 minutes north of the coast. And it's supposed to be in the 30s here tonight, so it's just right. Perfect night to build a fire and have a drink and sit by yourself. That last time I camped, it was like I stayed up there nine nights by myself, never talked to anybody, and oh my God, you talk about drop your stress levels. Holy crap. It's amazing. Y'all want to take a trip through the house and see my deer heads? I got to go get a drink. All right, we're going to do it anyway. Here we go. Let the fire catch up. New Blackstone griddle I just bought. Man, I love that thing. grab a drink and I'll show you the deer heads and we'll head back outside. Good Lord. Made me some venison smash burgers today. They were freaking awesome. All right. Let me turn on a little light. That is the very first deer I ever killed in my life. I was about 13, and very first one. That's a couple of bass I've caught. That one was about 8. That one was about 8. That's a couple of farm ponds around here, and that one there was a little over 9 at Lake Fork, Texas. And then that one there, most all of these are Mississippi. Actually, that one there was Nebraska, Northwest Nebraska. And let me step on around. That's Mississippi, Mississippi. All the ones with arrows is ones I got with my bow. Let me get on around. And that one there is a 13 point I got 2 years ago. He's got all kind of crazy character. I don't know if you can see that G3 back there, or G3 is split back there. And then he's got like that crazy unicorn thing coming off the front there. But anyway, ended up having 8 on that one side and 5 on the other side. But that's an odd one. He had a nice horn on one side and it kind of swept back on the other. And this one there, we kind of put him on a pedestal, and I threw the little Spanish moss on him, and I got some deer horns and turkey feathers, and got some palmettos down there and some skulls. And that's the biggest one I ever got. That was in Mississippi, as far as score wise. And this one here, that's the heaviest deer I ever killed. I mean, he was just, of course, I ain't gonna do it justice, but that thing was heavy. And that deer there, that's the shed off of that deer. And I killed him later that year. But he was just heavy, heavy. And then this one here is the craziest one I ever found. It's like that one had like 11 points on it. And that one there had like 7 or 8. And it went straight up. So it would have been kind of like that. And that is probably the last axis deer antler that was ever found on Cat Island right before Hurricane Katrina. Found that while I was out there floundering, and it killed every one of them. And then the rest of them are just skulls. But anyway, there you go. And anyway, happy weekend to y'all. Yeah, you may not like Cayman Jacks, but I quit drinking beer. I got to where beer just don't even taste good to me anymore. So I love margaritas, and this is the closest I got to a margarita right now. But anyway, this little hidey hole, like I say, it's out here, this big magnolia tree, and nice and quiet. I love it. Sit out here and play my tunes, have a drink. Everybody got quiet. Alright, well, I'm going to shut her down for now so I can put the music back on. But y'all have a good weekend. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And hopefully there'll be some new videos here within the next week. And then after that, starting about the 16th of December, I'm going to have my camper up there for about 2 weeks at a different spot. And so hopefully there'll be some deer hitting the ground then. I got a pretty good feeling about it. So anyway, y'all have a good night. And thanks for hanging out with me. If I can just figure out how to shut this thing down. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. Take it easy.